Hey guys, Darrow Addison at torpedopot.com, Darrow at torpedopot.com. I'm focusing on our beet plants today. We're actually growing beets. I think about be 4 or 5 plants that are inside this planter, and they are just doing a tremendous job of going to seed all over the place. Remember I told you that when you're growing your plants, you need to find out how you want your plants to benefit you. Benefit in terms of eating the leaves or eating the fruit or eating the root crop or harvesting the pods or the seeds. Well, the reason why this beet plant looks a little tattered because it requires more water than my tomato plant. I'm have it on the same line as my tomato plant. So what's going on here is that tomato plants aren't using as much water as the beet is. And I don't want to turn up all my tomato plants because, as you can see, they're doing really fantastic. And I like the growth that I'm looking at inside of them. But my focus today is on the beets. I want you to be able to, remember now I have about 5 or 6, 7, 8 plants in this planter. And I have hundreds of seeds now. Most of your farmers and gardeners who are really into a natural approach to growing, they never have to buy seeds again. And that's what I'm trying to get you to be at. You don't need to buy seeds again in your life. You use your crops to generate the seeds over and over again. Look at this growth. It's amazing. I'm going to get a lot of seeds out of here. I'm going to let this dry down. Your beets are a biennial plant, which means that they produce and mature within the second year. So these beets have been in this planter since last year. We allow them to go through the winter time. They look really tattered and beat up. And all of a sudden, to the beginning of February for March, they just took off and they started growing and it just jetted up. And so I'm going to harvest these seeds once they dry out, and I'm going to use them for my next beet season. And I want you to do the same thing. When you get your beets and you're growing them in your torpedo pot, let them mature, let them develop, and harvest them so that you can now produce your seeds. Now the question is, I have hundreds of seeds here. The question we need to ask ourselves is that what is the value of beet seeds? So what I want you to do is go to Amazon or wherever you want to go to, and I want you to tell me what the value is of these beets. I want to know what it is. How much can you buy a bag of beets for? At least the seeds, excuse me. And from there, we'll make our determination. Darrow Addison, torpedopot.com, Darrow Addison, torpedopot.com.